What's up, Super Players? It's your homie C-Rod, and in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan deck that's going to get you going onto your opponent. And also, let me know if you enjoy this deck review. I'm trying a new type of video, and the way I'm going to rank this deck is 1 out of 5. 5 being a meta deck, extremely powerful, versatile, and very awesome to collect as well, and a 1 meaning no collectible items that are going to be worth value. You know, obviously this is speculation and the deck doesn't win. You know, so that's how I'm gonna rank it. So let's get started. So Gohan is an extremely powerful character in Dragon Ball Super, just smashing through the competition. So Gohan's really going to destroy your opponent's deck. Now this guy is pretty darn powerful on Awaken because of its 2 autos. One auto allows you to switch energies from your energy area to your hand, allowing you to manipulate your blue cards, and another auto that allows you to technically awaken and flip over and go into Super Saiyan 2. Check it out. Now this guy is pretty darn beast when he is flipped over. This guy has an auto that when he attacks, he draws a card, then he's still able to manipulate the energy to be able to, you know, take advantage of all your blue energy, and then an activate battle that you're able to choose 1 blue skillless Saiyan card with an energy cost of 2 or less, and it gets 5k boost power. So this deck, you're going to be bringing out the vanilla Trunks very, very often to beat down your opponent. Alright, so now we are looking into the deck engine. What I mean by deck engine is the cards that more or less run the deck. So we're going to be talking about Krillin Fortification. This Krillin Fortification card, if you place it in your energy, you're able to bring out a skill list from your energy zone onto the field. Same thing with the Vegeta card. If you place this card in your energy, you're able to bring out a skill list onto the field from your energy. So this deck is heavily based on the skill list, ramping up, boosting up, and just smacking your opponent. Now, there are a wide range of cards that could manipulate the energy and bring out skill list battle cards, like the Son Goku. This card right here is very iconic, and for sure, everybody remembers that iconic scene. So the Gohan deck engine is a pretty unique one, manipulating your energy, bringing out the skill list, and just pushing with ultimate pressure. I really like this deck a lot, and the deck engine for sure is a pass. Alright, so now we are talking about the deck finishers. What I mean by the deck finisher, I mean the boss card, which is this Gohan right here. And this Gohan right here will make your opponent feel like this. Yup, that's how beast-like the finisher of this deck is. So this Gohan right here, for 4 energies, if you have a skill list on the field, which you should because every single card I just went over puts a skill list onto the field, you're able to bring him out. He's a triple strike deflect, meaning you can't touch this guy. Yeah, so this Gohan is counterplay resistant, and on top of that, he also gives you an extra energy, which is pretty darn good to extend your plays, plus another activate main that allows you to destroy your opponent's entire field. Plus, you're also able to switch them back to active mode to go in with another triple strike attack. This finisher is one finisher that the Blues definitely needed. Now let's talk about the meta breakdown. What I mean by meta breakdown is how consistent does it beat some of the better decks in Dragon Ball Super, like Mecha Frieza and Dark Broly. Whenever you battle those guys, you end up feeling like this. So overall, after watching this deck in action against multiple other decks, playtesting the deck against a variety of meta decks as well, I definitely can say that this deck does win consistently. The only downside is there are so many silver bullets for the blue right now, which puts this Gohan deck not as relevant as it should be. Alright, now we're going to be looking at the cards in the deck and seeing if there are any cards in this new SS2 Gohan deck that are worth collecting that's going to make you feel like
1,000 times more than 100,000
because your cards just went to the moon. And all I gotta say is that this deck, this SS2 Gohan deck, without a doubt is gonna be having some collectible items that are gonna go up in value over the long run. Some cards that I speculate that are gonna be worth it are obviously the SS2 finisher of the deck. Now this card right here actually has an SPR version that's gonna make you feel like you made a good collectible choice. This SPR Gohan is going to be worth a lot in the future. Get it PSA graded, and this SS2 Gohan is, from speculation of course, gonna be worth it in the long run. It's a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is an iconic character to Dragon Ball Z, and honestly, everybody knows SS2 Gohan. It's like the biggest, most awesomest scene in all Dragon Ball. Alright guys, so now we're going to be talking about the price point. How expensive does this deck cost? I have good news and bad news. The good news is you can make this deck relatively cheap by just getting some of the common cards that are vanillas. And the bad news is you're going to be looking at the Gohan deck and your wallet like this. If you don't want to feel like Cell, you don't have to go that route. Obviously, it's up to you how much you want to drop. If you want to make this deck very meta relevant and make it the most meta-ish deck possible with all the expensive cards, you're looking at around a $500 deck. And that's not counting the SS2 Gohan SR, because the price hasn't been released as of this date of recording the video. So you're looking at a much more expensive deck. But you don't have to go that route if you do not want to. You can make the deck less than $50 if the SS2 Gohan doesn't cost too much. So at the end of the day, you're the one that chooses how much you want to spend. So now the verdict of the entire deck from the newest set coming out, and from looking at its collectability, how meta relevant it is, how expensive it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to end up giving it a 4 out of 5. If the deck was not too expensive, and of course if the cards actually do manage to reach the high collectability rates that I predict, then maybe it will be a 4.5. But as of this date, before the actual release, I'm gonna end up giving it a 4 out of 5. It is very meta relevant and extremely powerful, but it does cost a good amount. My recommendation for this deck is to buy yourself the newest booster box and just hope that you pull the cards necessary that are the expensive ones to build this deck, and cross your fingers you get that SS2 Gohan SPR. If you do, I recommend not to play with that card unless you're really trying to stun and floss and flex on your opponent. If not, keep that card mint condition, because in the long run, I feel it's going to be worth collecting. So I'm going to wrap up the video like that. If you guys liked this type of video, feel free to give me a like and subscribe. And if you guys leave me a comment, I'll make more of these deck review type videos where I review the decks in Dragon Ball Super Card Game. And like we always say, y'all stay Supah. Peace.
Strike, going in for game, you wish you did the same. Here comes the roll, I'll be the fool. Double strike, draw two.